Good.
Cool.
Alright, you gonna clap?
Yeah. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Alright, welcome to Is This the End podcast. I'm B,
I'm Ronaldo.
and to start out today, our topic is friendship.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we are going to try and give ourselves 5 minutes. About 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Should we start an actual
I think
timer?
we should do a timer.
Yeah, let's do a timer. We're going to talk a little bit about our friendship and, draw some portraits of each other.
Mm-hmm. Some self-portraits. Okay, I started it.
Okay, go.
So 5 minutes.
If you could go back in time and give yourself advice about being friends with me, what would it be?
Ooh. Okay, well, I think we should talk about how we met. And then
Oh
answer
yeah,
that
I think
question.
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I thought that was one of my questions, honestly. If I'm being real, thought that was in my question book.
Okay.
Yeah, so we met. I remember exactly how we met.
I remember it.
I'm pretty embarrassed about
we met
how we met.
almost 3 years ago now? Like probably to the day, close
3 years,
to the day.
Yeah, pretty much 3 years to the day.
Probably when this comes out, it'll be to the day.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. For sure. I was staying at my friend's house in college, and we were watching Encanto.
Yeah, like for the 10th time.
No, it was my first
that day.
time seeing it. It was my first time seeing it, but I was singing along because I'd been listening to the music forever because my friends were super hype on it, and I was trying to get on trend. So we were singing it super loud, and Ronaldo comes in with some of our other friends. It was the first time we met, so like friend of friends were introducing us, and all of us children are sitting on the floor just staring at the TV, screaming all the songs from Encanto. And it must have been, I know for you, it was like the most obnoxious scene.
It was like 20 theater kids.
Yeah.
All being themselves and happy.
It was awful.
It's very, friend of a friend.
Yeah.
But I was there to see other friends that time, so I only stayed with you guys for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, you left like immediately.
Okay.
And went to went to that other college.
No, I stayed. I had a friend on the same campus too. I just came to see
I
that.
thought you.
No,
Oh, I
that
thought
was a
you
different
left.
time. That
Okay.
was a different time. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I hung out with them. But I remember though, when I did meet you and that group of people, you were like in your own little corner playing with your little doodads.
Oh, I was?
Yeah.
Oh, with my like little sound machines?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Trying to be all cool.
Yeah. And because you weren't like as talkative or as the other ones, or like as like.
I wasn't integrated into this friend group very well. It was probably when I met you, I had only been hanging out with these people for a month.
That's funny because the same thing with my friends.
Yeah, exactly. That you came there with. It was like we really didn't know these people very well. And we both got just thrown into the same social situation. I do not remember talking to you at all.
Other than like hi.
That I met
okay, I do remember the first time though, because we were late. When we were coming back, when I was gonna drive back to where we came from.
Oh yeah.
We were late, and I was really upset because I was like, I don't even remember what I needed to do, but I was like, I just want to get you back on time. And then I remember you were still playing with your things, and because we needed to get something from you.
Yeah.
But you were like, I'm sorry. And I was like, you know what? I'm pretty upset. But like they apologized and I just met you. I was like, I'm happy that she said she's sorry instead of just being like,
Well, yeah, I wasn't like playing with anything. I was doing you guys a favor.
Oh, babe.
Yeah.
Well, you were doing someone a favor.
Yeah, I was doing someone a favor. Yeah. A friend of a friend. And
I don't know what all of us were benefiting from that favor. But
eventually.
And favor, is questionable as well. There were some motives for that favor.
That's true.
That's
true. But in any case, I do remember during that that you said you liked my music, which you haven't said since then.
Really? I said that to you.
Yeah, you asked for my Spotify. And I was like,
so funny.
Whoa, that's crazy.
I was probably in a phase.
Yeah.
You were probably playing some like.
I think I was just playing stuff that nobody ever listens to because it sucks.
Do you remember what song you were playing?
It was like Bed Folds
I don't
and
know who
Cake.
That is.
It was like the piano, the guy that plays the piano a lot. I don't want to generalize.
I'll look it up later. I mean, it's
Yeah,
probably
I'll
some
just
like
show you some songs.
melancholy-esque.
No, I mean it's kind of like upbeat, but I was just playing like a ton of random stuff for my playlist, And I was so honored
Interesting.
because you said that, Kyle said that, and our friend Gwen said that too. And I was like, I'm on top of
Everyone
the world.
understands you. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I
You're
was like,
providing everyone with
I
the
thought my
nourishment.
music sucked. So that's awesome. Um, but
Okay.
oh, time's up.
You
We
gotta
can
stop.
stop talking about our friendship. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was terrible. Okay, do you want to reveal first or should I reveal
let me reveal first.
first? Okay.
No,
Well,
no, you reveal
okay.
first. Mine sucks.
We had 5 minutes, I was trying really hard. I think this really captures everything B is and more, honestly, I think.
Wait, show it to me first before you show the camera. I love it so
Okay.
much. It looks just like me. That's actually
Yeah.
crazy.
And it's like, it's really
Oh,
abstract because you kind of have to like put meaning into it as well. Like I don't really.
you even got my hands right.
hmm And your fingers
Yeah,
and
there's 5.
and your shoes, your feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is
Oh,
B.
so sweet.
Yeah. This is like a metaphor for like the sun and like
Yeah.
yay. That's like kind of what like your catchphrase.
Yeah, that is my catchphrase.
These are new shoes
Legally.
that we thrifted together last week.
Oh yeah.
And I was gonna start drawing flowers, but then we ran out of time.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's still
And
sprouting.
your hair, you just got it cut too, so I had to get that in.
That's
Thanks.
true. Thank you.
Yeah.
Cut it myself.
Thank you.
I didn't
Yeah,
even check
see,
my hair
yeah.
before we started this. Okay. This is what I did of you.
This is insane. Is that what I look like, really?
Yeah.
I look like Jeffrey Dahmer.
Bro, you don't look like Jeffrey Dahmer. Don't take it that way.
Maybe it's the aesthetic. Like,
yeah,
it's,
no,
yeah,
it is. It is.
yeah. I mean, it doesn't look like no, it doesn't.
This is Ronaldo.
I think it's pretty like accurate for sure.
Thank you. My
Yeah.
coworkers were like
I don't
complimenting me.
think my hair looks that good though. It's not like that.
No,
frizzy.
it does. I actually like looked at a picture.
That's so interesting because I
Before
feel like my hair's a
this.
lot flatter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Than that.
in this specific picture,
Looks very fluffy.
this was our is this the end profile picture I used as
Ah,
reference.
okay.
And so like instead of the thing across, I just tried to get your glasses right. But I could not for the life of me do your eyes, so I just blurred them out.
That's what I think makes me look like Jeffrey Dahmer. Honestly, is like the mysteriousness of like the no eyes.
Yeah,
No
no, for
thanks.
sure,
But I feel like
for sure.
this is
Well, it's pastel, bro. If you touch it, it'll rub off.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I feel like we should get a little closer to the camera with our things because they're like.
That's me.
That's Ronaldo.
And this is B.
Yep. Awesome.
Well,
Cool.
You did the best you could. Honestly, it's really
Yeah.
hard to capture. I think like
It is hard to
abstractly
capture you.
speaking.
I also
mine is more a lot themes aligned. I think,
Yeah,
than yours doesn't
I
really like
agree.
say more. Like,
yeah. Yours just really reflects your style.
Mine just
more
kind of
so
like
than mine
left
does.
to the interpreters. You just kind of took it away from them. Just kind of
It's so true. Yeah.
postmodern art, I guess. Whatever.
I just wanted to think of you sitting alone in a room, just staring at this portrait of yourself on a wall. Every day I see my dreams.
And like be happy.
Well, I was gonna add a lot more color to it, but I only had 5 minutes.
Well, it's kind of like I'm the light of this portrait, really.
Well, if it's okay with you, and if it's okay with the commenters, comment down below whether I can do this or not. Please comment down below whether I can do this or not. I would like to spend more time on it, filling it in and adding some color to it. I think that could.
I think mine could benefit from some coloring as well.
Yeah, no, for sure. We should whip out the crayons after this, and
I agree.
Okay, and
but only if that's what the commenters want.
If the commenters want that, then comment down below. Other option, let's create a poll for this, whether we should color in the pictures or get in a car crash.
Yeah, I'll make the poll on our Patreon.
Okay, make sure to write down below or fill out the poll on the Patreon whether or not we should color these in or get in a car crash.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's enough of
that was good. That was fun.
Portraits.
Yeah.
Admiring how amazing you look and such.
Okay, the first time we ever talked, though, I feel like that was...
What was the first time you were talking?
I feel like there was some type of get-together at Owen's house, and Earl was there. I remember Earl really annoying me because he said something about like weed, and he was like, "I only smoke good weed," and I got really pissed off. And then you seemed like you didn't care about any of that. I remember talking to you about it in a
Really?
very different way.
Well, I remember because I remember hearing in college white people say it doesn't matter what kind of weed. Oh, like, they said all weed is good weed. I heard like 10 different white people say that, and in my head it became a white people thing because then I saw Neil on the internet saying that too, and then I talked to other people and they were like, "Yeah, dude, that's white people shit." For them to say all weed is good weed, and I was like, "That's very true," because I've smoked some very shit weed, and it's not like it's just bad. Like you just don't get high. Yeah. I don't know. Was I like? Hmm.
No, you seem nice. I think you were
Well,
like,
I mean, for the weed argument, what was I saying?
oh, you didn't comment on that specifically. I just remember being super annoyed by that person in that moment,
Uh huh.
and then talking to you afterwards about the same thing, and you just didn't seem like
I was
you.
interested.
Yeah, like, no, you didn't seem like you cared about stuff like that. I don't know a good way
Oh,
to
I
phrase it.
see, I
Like
see.
I think we were just like going to smoke or something like that,
Uh,
and I was just like, are all people around here just like snobby about that kind of stuff? And then
yeah.
you're just like pretty chill.
Oh.
And I feel like everybody just kind of like made me uncomfortable. And
This was in November, right? Or was it
I
in
don't know. I
January?
didn't go. No, I didn't go to Richmond till January,
Yeah.
like almost February.
Okay. Then, oh, you know what? It probably was the the Oscars.
I think it was. Yeah.
No, because the Oscars are. I don't know what it. I really don't know what it was. That was March. Yeah, that was March, February time. Yeah, that was probably it. But okay.
I don't
My
remember.
my first or earlier memory. Okay, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is I remember one of the things we did talk about was the effectiveness of psychedelics, because and that's the thing is I haven't even tested it, but my friends would always tell me, give yourself 2 weeks or else like it's placebo up until you need to recharge,
Yeah.
your brain does. But you were like, you can just keep on stacking it
Yeah.
daily and it's
I
fine.
was like, I have done that every single day for months on end, and it works every time.
Yeah, because I hear that you get like an immunity, or not immunity, but you know what I
No,
mean, like
it
a
like
tolerance
yeah,
to
well, it like
psychedelics.
builds up in your system. They say you're supposed to like double the dose of like
Exactly.
mushrooms or something. But for me, it's like I don't know. There's like that peak blood plasma point. I don't know. Maybe some scientists
We do
thought,
not condone the use of drugs
yeah, no,
that are not legal
or yeah, appropriate for
substances.
people of the right age. If you are the right age, then do whatever you
Yeah, for sure.
want. But oh yeah, there was just like a
We
I
had
had to,
different research,
yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
theses
We are
beside.
actually a part of a study and for Harvard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're Harvard bound
for our brains.
studyists.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really important stuff. But
yeah,
oh yeah, there was just a I had just come out of a period of taking psychedelics every day
for the study.
for the study. Yeah,
Yeah,
and it was extremely helpful. I was very
wow,
depressed, and then
relatable.
I hallucinated every day, and suddenly I like wasn't depressed anymore for some reason. Except, okay, for the first part, I was watching BoJack Horseman every single day while
Mm.
using psychedelics, and that was a mistake. Until I disappeared in a bathtub full of stars, and when I came out, I was no longer interested in watching BoJack Horseman.
I've never seen it. I've only seen the first few episodes.
It's a
Um,
great show. It's just
I've
not for that time of my life.
I've heard such, and my professor, my first year at college, ruined it for me because that's all they would talk about, and then not
Well,
teach
don't
us
ruin it for
anything.
me, please. I didn't finish it.
Really? Well,
Yeah, I
I
did not.
mean, I don't know anything about it either, but I just know like it's
Also,
amazing.
we shouldn't give spoilers on this podcast. I'll be so
Yeah.
mad if we spoil anything for
Okay.
anyone.
No. Okay, but like if we ever, fine.
Well,
If the
okay,
show's been
if
out
we
for
do
5 years,
spoilers, we should have just like a timestamp and a large
yeah,
siren before every
yeah,
spoiler because I just think it's just unfair, you know?
yeah,
Though I would love to spoil so many things and talk about my opinions on
yeah.
a lot of movies and stuff. So,
Well, so I remember we had that big study for Cornell, I think, in February,
oh yeah,
and that was
that
like
was a titular moment in our
that's a core
friendship.
memory for me. We did it in this museum. It was awesome, and I
Yeah.
remember that was my first time doing an experiment with more than one person. Like I've always been the one experimented on and on my own, but never with other mice, as you would say.
That was pretty crazy because I really did not know you that well.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I also, knowing you now and how little you do that kind of stuff is just like insane that
yeah.
you like, uh,
Well,
I guess not let me convince you to do that, but like that you were willing to
well,
do
no,
that.
because I did go through a phase where I was doing it constantly,
Yeah.
and like it was the year beforehand, and then yeah, it just happens. Like life
Yeah.
happens, you know. You feel, yeah, depression happens.
That was one of the singular most beautiful experiences of my life. I
Yeah.
remember thinking, well, up until now, like thinking like that was the best day of my life.
Really?
Yeah, because it was just so beautiful. It was like the whole day felt like I was falling in love just by like how happy I was and how like
That's insane.
held I was by the whole experience. It just felt like, I don't know, I was becoming friends with so many people. And at the
Mm,
beginning of that day, like I feel like Kyle just heard me like cackling so much, and that was like ridiculous. And we went to the museum,
yeah,
and they have like 5 Fabergé eggs, and there's only 50 in
yeah,
the whole world. I mean, there were only 50 made, and so that means they have a tenth of the entire collection of Fabergé eggs in existence in this one museum. And I was just looking through this Fabergé exhibit, like sobbing, like why isn't anything as personal and individual and reflective of culture as as things were back then? It's so silly. It's like an old head thing to be like, why isn't stuff
mm,
so cool? But it's the whole concept just became so clear to me where it's like you see somebody wearing something, you think, oh man, I want that. So you look it up and then you buy it and then you wear that same exact thing.
yeah.
And there's no like care put into it. There's no like, I don't know. Some of the things in that Fabergé exhibit, it was like, famous Russian buildings and years and events that took place that were all reflected. And he was just a furniture designer. So he's like making all these random little like kitchenware and stuff, but all of it has some weird cultural significance to it. And I just
Mm.
think that's such a special thing.
Well, how often do you see people wearing the same clothes that you've bought?
I don't know. Sometimes I do go to like get a lot of my stuff at thrift stores, but
Mhm.
anytime I get something at Target, like I've seen somebody wearing the exact outfit I'm wearing right now.
Mm.
So, yeah, but I don't know. That's just how the world works right now, and
Yeah,
that's
you'd think you'd see it more often though, you know? Like,
I feel like I see it all the time. Like I see people wearing, yeah, like anytime I get something from Target, I see like 5 people wearing
oh
exactly what I'm
gosh.
wearing. Like I don't know,
Mm.
but yeah.
Yeah, that was just the key, I think, point for us. But also, yeah, I don't remember interacting with you very much before then either. Like, other than just like passing through conversations or just like watching random videos at night. Yeah, with everyone.
Yeah. I don't even remember when we became so close, like as a
Well, so yeah, so then we did that, and then we kept being friends, and then that summer, you just kept on coming by.
no, I was abroad.
Well, no, but before it, like you were gone for like
Oh,
what,
like
a month?
in
How long
I
were you
was
gone for? You
gone for 2
were gone for 2 months.
months. Yeah.
Are you really?
Like 2 months and 2 weeks. Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
So you were wait, what? You were gone. When did you leave? June or May?
May.
May. You
And I
got
came
back
back
July.
July.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. No, wait.
I
I
think
I left middle of May and I came back July 4th.
we
July 3rd.
we all just kept going out weekend nights. Then I guess is just what kept us. Because you came to Cinco de Mayo.
No, I wasn't at Cinco de
What?
Mayo.
What?
I wasn't there.
Well, you kept on coming. We did hang. We
No,
went out to
we hung
bars
out
and stuff.
so
Yeah, we
much.
went to
Well, I
karaoke.
didn't. No, I never went to
I went
karaoke with
with
you.
you.
I've never been to karaoke with
We
you.
we went to Empanema.
Oh, we went to Ipanema to see
Yeah.
a show. Yeah. I feel like, did we go to house shows together?
I don't think so. No. Oh, we
No.
did go to one. We did go to
Okay.
one. Yeah.
I can't
We did
remember
go to a
any
few.
of
I
that.
brought like Cheez-Its with me
Oh,
in
that's
the
so
bag.
funny.
Yeah.
I remember bringing cans of green beans as admission to house shows
Mm.
because you had to bring like, it was always like a food drive.
Hmm.
So I was like, oh, cool. I always keep like cans in my car.
Well, I remember you also had like these crazy like Jewish edibles. Like
Oh, right. I
you
had
had
made
the
Star of David
yeah,
Fruity Pebble.
and
Um,
the toy.
Dreidels.
Dreidels
Yeah.
and
Okay.
the
To be fair, this was I'm
the
I'm not
candle thing.
Jewish. Okay, I'm not Jewish. I'm not like Zionist or anything like that. I am just a person, and I got that
Pretty awesome.
at a Goodwill.
Mm-hmm.
It
You
was just
wait.
like,
Oh, you got the
yeah,
cutters
I
out.
got the mold. It was
Okay.
just like a chocolate mold, and I
Uh-huh.
wanted to make like Fruity Pebble white chocolate edibles,
Uh-huh.
and so it was like the first thing I picked up, and then yeah, but I don't have it
Mhm.
anymore.
Well, then we kept on hanging out, and then that was my senior year. Yeah, right. We became friends my senior year because that was the graduating year. Yeah,
What?
and then
Mm,
yes,
really?
yeah, because then you were gone that
Oh, because
summer
then you,
because I left for a
when
bit.
you came back, that's when we
Yeah,
got the house.
yeah,
Because then I got laid off.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So
Yeah.
then you came back. I went back home. Then I came back to work on a show for a
And my
month.
car broke down,
Yeah,
and you took me to uh Panera Bread.
yeah.
No, I took you to Panera Bread, and my car broke down, and then you took me back to go sit with my car till the tow truck got there. And that's when I read you some short stories that I
But
had written.
I jumped your car at some point too. Did that
Oh,
happen?
that was when my car first broke down.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
came, and that's when you almost set
Yeah.
the person on fire.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god.
clicked the two things together, and you're not supposed to do that.
That was really
Do
bad.
not put
Dude, yeah.
jumper cables together. You're not. I mean, I think
Naldo almost set our friend
I
on
didn't
fire.
mean to do that. Okay, I didn't mean to, which is crazy because like they really could have something could have happened.
It was
It could have
extremely
gone
close.
terribly wrong. Really.
It was
But
it was pretty much there.
Never click it together.
Never touch.
Never. If it's still connected, if
together.
it's on its own, then you can do whatever you want. Like it's not gonna like infinitely create power if you just connect a cable to a cable.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
That's true.
Okay. I'm not a geologist, but okay, I know that. Okay. Jeez. Anyways, what was your original question?
We were just talking about your question.
No, we're talking about yours.
No.
What was your question?
Whoa. We switched to your question.
No, we didn't.
Yes,
I didn't say mine.
We were talking about the first impressions one.
That was
no,
your
we were just
question.
talking about the first time that we met in
Oh,
general.
okay.
In general.
Yeah.
We're going through the timeline.
Okay, well then, yeah. So
Sorry.
then the jumper
Yeah,
cable
we
thing
ignored my
happened.
question.
Yeah. And then we found the house eventually.
We became
found
very
the
close
house.
friends before that.
Yeah.
For sure. Like, I don't know, through
Okay.
February and on.
Okay, I'll say this though. I don't think if we didn't get the house, we wouldn't be as close as we got. I'll say that.
That's so interesting because I thought the time that we lived in the apartment and you lived down the hall was the closest we ever were.
Wow.
And then we got the house, and some bad stuff happened at the house that kind of scared me. Like someone broke into a house behind our backyard, and I had talked to them before it happened, and so they knew my face and they saw me going through my back gate, and then they knew where I lived, and I was like, oh my god, what if they are like no witnesses and they come and kill me? And then I was paranoid about that for months. Which
Did you spend the night that night?
I did, because I was too terrified.
You
to
were
leave.
alone too?
No, I was with Owen.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just like so scary.
Okay, but I think had we not had that space
For sure.
together, I don't think we would have our friendship would have remained as strong as it did.
I think the fact that
because you did still stop by, and I still
Yeah.
was
you
in
were there, like
proximity
you were
to-
at the apartment every
Yeah.
single day.
Yeah.
So much to my roommate's chagrin.
Chagrin. What does that mean?
Disdain.
Disdain. Okay.
He was displeased that you were there
Mm-hmm.
playing Peggle on his Xbox every day.
Peggle 2 is very addictive.
Peggle is. I'm so glad I got you into that because that's my whole legacy.
It's pretty fun.
Super fun. The dings are so satisfying.
Yeah, they're very sad. It's very like nice aesthetic too. It's very homey.
Yeah, it's very like reminds me of my childhood a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Good game, but yeah, for all you real gamers out there, Peggle 2.
Your roommate. Hold on, your roommate.
Well, okay.
You were my roommate.
I was your
you
roommate.
were my roommate.
But to be fair, I was Kian's roommate before I was your roommate. Because I lived
That's
with
true.
them,
Yeah.
and then I also got the house with you guys. But I was
Yeah.
staying there most
Yeah.
of the time and just like
Yeah.
paying for my room.
Yeah,
at the
because you didn't
house.
think we could protect you.
Because the house was cold. You kept all the windows shut all the time, and we're constantly playing Walking Dead or Call of Duty or
'cause
whatever.
It's fun. Okay, it's fun.
And then our other roommate was all depressed and always in his room. And so I was just like, this is
that's the way that
depressing.
this generation is.
I
Deal with
know,
it,
I
okay?
know, yeah.
Men need
But I still
help.
cooked you food. I
Okay.
still cooked you dinner.
Yeah.
I took care of my boys.
You want to dismantle patriarchy so bad? God,
do.
like, you need men. Men have feelings. Be
I know.
Christ. Men's mental health needs to be taken serious.
I'm worried
Christ.
about you. I get
I'm gonna
it.
cry on the pod. No, I'm not.
You
gonna
should
cry.
cry on the
I'm
pod.
not gonna do that.
Summon tears.
Not in men's mental health care month. Okay, I can't start it off like that. The day before No Nut November, I can't.
Yeah, this is No Tears October before No Nut November. You hold it all
we're
in.
prepping, yeah.
Yeah. Do you want me to ask my question now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Wait. Are we caught up fully?
Oh yeah. Is everything?
So we lived
Are
at
all
the
the
house.
canon events?
Yes. Yeah, so, okay. So then we lived at the house. Then we went through that patch, and then Owen was moving out of his place, so you had to come to ours. You finally started coming back into ours, and I think that was our best phase.
Like that last month
of the house.
Yeah, because I remember being like, "There's nothing that could ever make me love living in this house." And then, like the last day before we were gonna move out, I was like, "Maybe we should renew the lease."
That would have been terrible.
It would have been awful. It was a horrible place.
Garbage. It was disgusting.
It was really gross. There was like 100 billion flies, not because of like food that we left out. It was just like built weird. I don't know.
I wonder why we did have so many flies.
There were so many flies. Were everywhere. It was an uncontrollable.
It was so hot.
And not like gnats. Like gnats would be like from the food problem.
Flies.
They were like massive fruit flies, hundreds, literal hundreds.
And our friend Paul was just swatting them down like a ninja. He swatted at least 100.
Yeah, he actually like took out the majority of the
whole generation.
It was pretty gross.
He eradicated them.
But he took care of it. I mean, taking care of business. It was gross in a cool way. It's like, the whole like dudes will see this and go, hell yeah. I feel like that was that moment for Paul. It was great.
Yeah. So that happened.
Yeah.
And then we moved out of the house. You're here now.
Yeah.
I'm at my place.
This is my home.
And we're just kind of still going back and forth for each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Traveling, and such.
We're about an hour and a half
still
from each other.
Yeah, an hour and a half away from each other.
So sad.
Pretty crazy.
But at the same time, I feel like we see each other as much as we did.
Yeah.
In a way. Like, I don't know. That's definitely not true because I feel like we did see each other like every day at the apartment and everything. But I feel like the amount of quality time we get is the same because when we hang out one-on-one, we're having like freaking 8-hour conversations every single time.
Yeah.
So, which is why I started documenting them.
And it's not like junk. It's just like stuff we need to get out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's substance. You don't even know what you're missing out on. Okay, I think we should start with some questions.
Let's start with these questions.
Okay. If you could go back in time and give yourself advice about being friends with me, what would it be?
I think like just be weird. Just like be
weird.
Yourself. Like be yourself, yeah. Because like you're not a judgy person at all. I don't have to like, have this like shell or like worry around you, because it's not like, oh, B's like trying to be cool and mysterious. It's like B's just being B, dude, and like if you're just nice to them, they're gonna be nice to you. And not to say like I had this huge wall or I was scared of you, but it's just like it would have been like nice to know, like, yeah, dude, like you could do this, like this is how they work,
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you give advice about me? Or what advice would you give about me?
Yeah, I guess it would just be like, I don't know, don't try so hard. For me.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I think I would just say, like I feel like when I started first like trying to show you movies and stuff, I was like, oh my god, if Ronaldo doesn't like this, it's the end of the world. And now I'm like, that's not realistic because sometimes Ronaldo just doesn't like the things I have to show him, and that's totally fine.
It's a lot of things.
That's what you get because you're a professional film person.
Yeah.
So you do have more, you just matter more as a person than I do. There's actually like a unit of measurement for that, and your value to society is actually greater than anything I could ever produce. So I have to keep that in mind. And overall, I think just be like patient. I think sometimes whenever I've been like frustrated with you, I just need to like think like, God, what am I even frustrated about?
Really?
Yeah, because like, I don't know, I think we're really great friends, and I think the thing about friendship is that the more you care about someone, the more you're going to get annoyed with them because you care about them. And it's just bound to happen. Yeah, if anything, now when I think of like God, I'm so pissed off at Ronaldo. It's like, wait, why? Why would I be
Mhm.
pissed off at Ronaldo? We love each other.
Mhm.
We're besties. It's totally fine. There's nothing you could actually do that would like
Yeah.
make me hate you or
Or
make
I
me
mean,
stop talking to you.
and even then, like we can still talk about it too.
Yeah,
Like it's not like,
exactly.
oh, okay, I'm gonna be quiet and like shut down. And it's like, okay, well, if this really did upset me, I understand that they'll respect me and
Yeah, because
be
I
able to
can't move past it
listen
unless
to
we
me.
talk about it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and like, I think you're just a level-headed person that can talk about
Oh,
those things. So,
that's cool.
yeah.
Well, I'll say this. Like, I think I do definitely like get in my head about a lot of stuff, and it's like you have to give yourself time and that other person time too. And if you and that's the thing too is like some people like you can feel like okay, well if they're not gonna give me time, then I'm just gonna chill out, and then it's like you feel like there's no pullback or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we've had each other to pull back in every time. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Is there something about our friendship you're especially grateful for? Any defining memories or moments?
Ooh, grateful for. I think just the time. Yeah, just time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Defining moments. Well, defining moments would be like our experiment together at the museum was really like just like opening. And then just the other, yeah, just every time we've like done stuff, like when we went to Belle Isle, every like late night, like go to the supermarket, like that's the thing too. Like it really is just time, because like even just going to the store to get whatever food, that's an adventure to me every time. It's just like we're just hanging out, getting groceries together. Like it's just chill. It's just fun to like have someone to do simple stuff with. Yeah.
Totally.
What
Huh.
about you?
I think that's like the exact same thing. Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't want to like steal your answer, but it's just so nice. I feel like
Just having a
with some
buddy.
friends of ours, I really hate like where we always have to be doing something, you
Hmm.
know? Like, I don't know. Life is so exhausting sometimes, and sometimes you just want someone that will like call you up to check in on you, and you definitely do that. Like
Hmm.
you're always like checking in on me, and when we're just like hanging out, it's just hanging out.
Yeah.
Like like
Yeah,
you're
we're
not
pretty
gonna get
lazy,
mad at
dude.
me if I
We're
stay in bed.
pretty
Like
lazy, bro.
seriously. Also, like I'll say like defining moment in memory. Like we haven't brought this up yet. Last Christmas Eve, I was supposed to go on a
Oh,
hunt, bro. This was insane.
oh my
I
gosh.
so Ronaldo threw like a little party, so like I was getting my stuff to leave, not because of anything, but just like I was realizing like, oh, I should go home and like sleep because I had to
Hmm.
be up. I was supposed to go on like a fox hunt
Yeah.
thing with some people. I don't have a horse, but I got invited to like walk around the field with some beagles and stuff, and I was so excited because like this is fox hunt country, and I was like, I want to meet all these old people that
That's so
have
cool.
beagles and stuff. And then as I was leaving, Ronaldo, the house he's staying in, has like a billion stairs, and they're super steep and super slippery. And I fell down the
And
stairs
I warned her because I fell down the stairs like almost exactly a month before.
and
But
fucked up his back.
yeah,
Yeah,
but I fell on the wooden ones. B fell on the
carpeted
carpet
ones.
ones.
I fell all the way down, and I could not move. And I was just like, I don't know if I was like crying or what.
I
Like,
don't think you were. You were laughing because I remember
no
I came
way.
up to you and all we heard downstairs was a thud. We just heard a single thud.
I well, the funny thing is, I slipped down one stair, but like it wasn't like I went like da da da. It was like I fell down an entire flight of stairs and hit a landing.
Just like, accelerated to the
Yeah,
bottom.
like in the worst position ever, like on my
Yeah. Oh
back.
my goodness.
So Ronaldo,
And
like,
then I tried to give you like 3 Advil, and you're like, dude, I'm drunk. I mean, you're gonna kill me.
yeah, I was like, you're gonna shut down my liver. I'm scared of stuff like that. I know I probably would
For
have been
sure.
fine, but so then the next day, well, you carried me up the stairs first of
I did
all.
not carry. Did I really?
Yeah,
I think
you and
Kyle. I
Kyle.
think Kyle
Oh
helped
no,
me.
no, it was Kyle. I
Yeah.
thought both of you helped, but
No, I
no,
could
it
not.
definitely was. Oh, Kyle, he actually like bridal
Yeah.
carried me. He didn't
Yeah.
like, yeah, he didn't even like shoulder because I couldn't move my back at all. And then you let me have your bed,
Hmm.
and I think you slept on the couch, like,
I slept on like a air mattress
oh
downstairs.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then the next day, like you waited on me hand and foot, like you were giving me like the heating pad. You
Yeah.
were making sure I had water. You were like going downstairs to get my door dashes for me. You're
That's
like
so crazy.
getting me
Yeah,
food
because
and
you got
stuff,
tired.
making
Oh
sure it
my
was
god.
heated up. And I feel like you had like the worst sleep ever. So you took like a nap while I was sitting on the
Yeah,
couch.
I did take
I
a
laid on
nap.
the couch like all day watching 6 Feet Under.
Yeah. And I woke up at like 11 or 10 or something. And then we
Yeah.
DoorDashed food.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was so fun. I feel like
that was
that
a
was
good
like a
time.
titular moment, and Owen had somewhere to be,
Uh huh.
so like just like you totally stepped up and just like took such good care of me, and like
Mm.
you were like your whole schedule was cleared. You're just like you don't have to leave here. Like you can stay here for
Mhm.
days. It's fine. Like it was just like a super comforting thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that was nice too. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, and I was still healing from my fucking tailbone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got to smoke the whole time. So
Yeah.
that was super
And
fun.
we watched Love on the Spectrum
Oh
too.
my god.
I love that
Yeah.
show. I love that
Yeah,
show.
we did.
Such a good show.
I feel like we watched some of The Sopranos. Just a little bit.
We watched Scott Pilgrim. Scott Pilgrim
Oh,
was so good.
whoa.
I love that.
Yeah.
Fun movie.
See, I love being injured because I can make people watch things that I really like.
I mean, well, it's funny because we both wanted.
Yeah.
It's funny we never watched it together before. But
Yeah, it was fun. Great soundtrack, Scott
Mhm,
Pilgrim.
mhm.
Yeah, that was definitely like a defining moment. I was just telling somebody about that the other day. Oh, because we were talking about fox hunting.
Mm.
I was talking about that with somebody. I was like, yeah, I was supposed to go.
It's funny because you mentioning that makes me remember in my head when you were explaining that that's what you were going to do. In my head, I was imagining you in that state of like fox hunting. I was thinking of in my head of like imagining what it feels like to be at a fox place. But I forgot about that
Yeah.
entirely until you mentioned it.
Yeah. Well, I'll just have
Yeah.
to wait to get invited to another fox hunt for the
Yeah.
Christmas party.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. Well, my next one for you.
Yeah.
They say often that friendships reflect parts of who we are. Do you think we see ourselves differently than each other?
Yeah. I definitely
Mhm.
think like based on what you've said, I see myself as like a monster.
Oh,
And
damn.
not like physically, just like
Yeah.
I don't know, just I think every little thing in my life that I've ever done that is like
I don't think we
more
see.
like
I don't think I see you
questionable.
differently.
Yeah. I feel like just like guilt over little things
For sure.
is so
Yeah.
all consuming. Just like even stupid stuff like making like I don't know, saying the wrong thing at a restaurant or something or like I don't know, just like all
Really?
these little things are
Oh
like
my god.
I don't know. It really bugs the hell out of me, and it just makes me feel like a bad person or like socially inept, you know.
Mhm.
But I feel like you see
Like
me
you
different.
feel you're socially inept?
Yeah, I feel like I'm
Oh,
super socially inept.
wow.
Like I have, but then I like talk to people and I'm like, whoa, I can make friends, and then I'm like, okay, but then you say like, whoa, I can make friends, and then it's like, you're weird,
He's
bro.
thinking about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like I don't know, like what are you celebrating? Like normal people
Yeah.
make friends, but to me, it's just like, as an adult, making friends is so it's like a manual function. It's
Mhm.
like you have to seek them out or you have to be in the same social circles by
Exactly.
happenstance and it's like it's just so complicated. The world is so big and like you have to find your support group and that's
Mhm.
really challenging. It's crazy.
Mhm.
But yeah. What about you?
I think I see myself as a monster. And yeah, I think like the exact same as you, just like implied on myself, like the reverse vibes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like overthinking just shitty like stuff that I've done or
Yeah.
just like mistakes that I make and it's just like, yeah, V doesn't know. V doesn't think like, it's like, overthinking that stuff. And it's like, oh, B says this. It's like, oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, you're in your own head about it. Yeah.
No, but I feel like that's what's so nice about having people. I think this is the entire function of friends in people's life. That's not true at all. But I think just knowing that you have people that will care about you, even when you see yourself as a monster,
Mm-hmm.
makes you feel like you're worth loving in some way,
Mm.
you know? And I feel like that's so important. And it makes me feel like maybe I'm not such a bad person if a nice person like Ronaldo could care about me, you know?
Well, that's what I think about you too. But that's the thing is like, I think like, everyone just like does shitty things. Like we all do shitty things. And it's just
Yeah.
like understanding. Yeah. And
Exactly.
creating love. Yeah.
All right, you ready for my question?
Mm-hmm.
All right. The much awaited. If we had to give each other awards for certain
Oh.
traits in our friendship, what would they be? So
Okay.
we actually made some awards, you guys. Okay. I'm going to present to each other. You present first. You present
Okay.
first.
Mine. Oh yeah, so we got Zoo Pals.
These are Zoo Pals. Oh, okay, yeah. Let me
These are-
explain the okay thing. So, as kids, we used to do like paper plate awards, which is just
I've never
like
done this before.
okay, no, yeah, we were never kids together. We've known each other for like 3 years. But when I was a kid, we used to do paper plate awards, and it was just like every person picks a name out of a hat, and you're
Uh-huh.
assigned like a random person in your class or in your like club or group, and you have to find one thing about that person that you really like, and you have to make them an award on a paper plate that you decorate for them, and it's this one characteristic about that person on a little paper plate, and I still have a couple of mine from being a
Wow.
kid, actually, because they meant a lot to me. It's
Prized
because
possessions.
you don't really know those people very well, and
Yeah.
having them like pick out a trait about you is just so
Interesting.
sweet and
Yeah.
nice, and it's just like, whoa, I didn't even know that that person noticed that about me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, these are Paper Plate Awards, and they're Zoop House because I love Zoop House.
Yeah.
Just like the song. Anyway, you go
So
ahead.
so mine is best weed buddy, and I drew this bug with a joint and some smoke coming out of the joint. Because B's like the best person to be high with and vibe with. Yeah.
It's true. Okay. And I picked number one listener, giving amazing advice always, based. Yeah. Here's your award.
Here's your award.
Thank you so much.
I like how they're flipped too, you know, like yours
Yeah.
is on that one.
Now we pose for the pictures.
Yeah. Our awards.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Now we can shake hands. Oh,
Congratulations.
congratulations. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh. Hold on. Okay, well, okay, we talked about it already. Do you remember the first time we met? But what were your first impressions and how have they changed over time?
Okay, this is great. This is actually
What were
great
your
because
first
I thought you were so cool when I first met you.
Really?
I thought you were cool
Wow.
as a cucumber. I
And
thought
you're
you
like,
were
this kid's lame now. This
yeah,
kid is a
no, now
loser.
I'm like,
Oh my God.
he's
a
just like the
nobody.
rest.
Yeah.
No.
Wow.
No, I really, yeah, I
You
thought
I
you
was
were.
cool. I think I was in my cool era at that point.
I think you're still in your cool era. I think
Mhm.
you're just like a very like your first impression is very much. Well, it's interesting because the first time I met you, I was like, this person is not impressed. That was like my first impression of you. But then when I actually talked to you one on one, I was like, oh, this is nice because I feel like I'm having a really good conversation with this person. I don't really remember what it was. Obviously, I don't really remember our first encounters.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's probably something
Probably
to do with a
blocked
weed
out.
buddy.
Yeah. Blocking out of
Yeah,
embarrassment.
that's true. That's true. I met a lot of new people at that time
Mhm.
too. Like, oh my god, I met everybody.
Mhm.
All in that weekend too that I met you.
Yeah.
It was a lot. But oh yeah, I just thought you were super duper cool
Mhm.
and you were talking to me and it was nice. And I actually thought like cuz I thought some people we were hanging out with were assholes.
Were they?
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah.
At least two people I thought were kind of assholes. And then I thought some people were kind of weirdos. And then you were super normal and very cool. And I was like, I'm so glad I'm talking to this person
Super
right
normal.
now.
Yeah.
Which is like awesome. I'm like, I wasn't judgmental. It was just kind of weird because everybody wasn't in the mode of like, I think when I meet like a new person, I'm very like, are they doing okay? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Like, is everything okay? But it was very much like,
I'm this way.
yeah,
I'm
here
this
are
way.
like
This
some
is what I
crazy people
like.
saying crazy things.
Yeah. Let me perform.
Yeah. Also, I think like, um, yeah. I was just like, some people were putting on like really weird films and stuff, and you were just like so over it. You're just like, this is so fucking weird. And I was like, yeah.
There's a lot of weird people, dude. Yeah.
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 In art school. It's very.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also like I wasn't in like an artsy scene or anything like that. So I mean I was in an artsy group of friends, I guess, like as a kid, like in high school and stuff.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, you went through your
I
phase already.
wasn't like I wasn't meeting
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. That is what it kind of felt like. It felt like I was meeting people that I'd met in high school over again for the first time. I was like, why are these people acting like
it's
this?
very
This is kind
backwards.
of weird.
And I think it's because they didn't have the friends back
Yeah,
then that let them be
exactly.
free.
No,
Yeah.
exactly. And also, I'm not even saying that in a way to condemn these people. I also really enjoyed all of these people's company.
Yeah.
It's
We're
just
also
the
weird
first-
ourselves
Yeah,
too. We're not
totally,
like,
totally.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be like a judgmental bitch right now.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like I felt a little uncomfortable as an outsider just because everybody was so confident as themselves,
Mhm.
and I was just like, oh man, this is such a strange place to be right now.
Mhm.
Also, I was in a very particular stage of my life where I was like having a hard time like eating food. Like food smells made me very nauseous. Large groups made me very nauseous. Loud noises made me very nauseous. So I was just like a very generally nauseous person at that time in my life.
Jeez.
And you are a very relaxed presence.
Mhm.
So that was kind of my first impression of you. And you're still super relaxed. You're still very cool. I think you're super cool. I think you're probably my coolest friend.
Really?
I do.
Oh.
Well, yeah. I don't know.
Top
All my
five.
friends are
Top
pretty
10.
cool.
Top
Actually,
10 of your
yeah,
five
are pretty
friends.
cool.
Top
Yeah,
10.
like, but yeah, I think I just realized over time that you're more authentic than
Hmm.
it's not something you can really foresee when you first meet somebody. So I
Yeah.
guess that's just like over time I realized that you're super authentic and like I don't know, I became like less scared of like showing you stuff that I had like written and stuff like that. So yeah.
Hmm.
What about you?
I don't know. You were just like I said, like you were just like on off doing your own thing. I didn't think you were particularly quiet or anything. I think I thought you were very cool too, because like your aesthetic was just like, you know, just cool. Like it's just a cool vibe. Your hair like always looked cool the way you dyed it and the way that you had it done. Like I was just like, this is sick. Um, and yeah, just your energy too was very just like your energy was very confident. I remember thinking like you were someone you like you walk like with your chest out, like all just
It's because the
like all
boobs.
confident.
No, I'm
No,
just
but like
kidding.
your posture is like
Yeah.
very straight. Yeah, and you're just like you're not like worried or like anxious about like, oh, what is this person doing? What's that around me? It's just like I'm strolling with my head high and just like, just vibing. Yeah. It's very cool. Because like, yeah, some people, they don't walk that way. Yeah. Like that confidence. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Um, over time, I think you're like, you're very smart. You're really smart. And you have like this insane, like, brain. Like, I feel like whenever we've had like conversations, like it's like I'm trying to catch up to you, like you're leading me and I'm
God.
like running on this like running on this track. Yeah, and it's like okay, like I'm a couple like steps ahead of you and I'm just like okay, I'm following you like where you're taking me and it's just like how much yeah, it's really cool. Yeah.
That is insane.
Yeah.
That's beautiful to hear. Thank you so much. That means the world
Yeah.
to me. I have never thought of myself like that, so that's really wonderful to hear.
Yeah, I think you're very calm too. Yeah, you're very good with the flow. Yeah.
Thank you. It's funny because I
Adaptable.
think when I'm not go with the flow, it's like super uncomfortable for me. Like
Hmm.
when the flow has not been established, I am very anti-flow.
Very
I'm like
resistant.
I
Yeah,
get real pissed off, angry, grouchy.
like a kid.
But I think when I recognize like certain people kind of stress me out in a way of like, oh, I have to be doing something to entertain them. I feel like I
Hmm.
never feel that pressure when we hang out. It's very much just like all I ever hope to get from hanging out with you is a good conversation.
Hmm.
So I think I'm very much like the best place for that to happen is like eating KFC or smoking or
Just
something.
talking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Just
just appreciating.
hanging out and like
Yeah.
sitting around.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like it never gets annoying like when we're on our phones in the same place because I feel like that's just like a little mental brain break for like 5
Mm-hmm.
minutes and then we immediately like get back into talking like okay, let's
Yeah,
dissect
like we just
this.
need to recharge or yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What parts of yourself have you come to understand better because of our friendship? Have we helped each other to see ourselves more clearly?
Oh, okay, okay. So I would say, yeah, I'm a very binary person. Like I see things in black and white often. And, just being around you, it's just showed me that there's a lot more to consider than just, I'll like go on like logic trains of like if this then that. But it's really just like you have to understand that decisions are made on like tons of other things and not just one reason. Um, and so I think you've like also allowed me to give myself that kind of grace when I'm making decisions. Like it isn't just a single issue that's deciding these things. Like there's a lot of things that, to think about and consider. So just understanding that there's more than just,
Nuance.
yeah, black and white, like truly. Because, when you do that, it's just kind of like, well, you're giving yourself good or bad when it's just like, no, dude, like you just have to, it's okay. Like it's just okay in this show.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's not like, it's not necessarily oh you're like this, like I need to give you this or like oh I don't want to give you that. It's just like you can take it or leave whatever you want, but it's chill no matter what.
totally. Yeah. I think for me, the kind of like effect that you've had on me is definitely like that I should give myself more understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Like not necessarily in the same token, but just like uh I feel like I just need to hear my own problems more because I
Mm.
feel like I was just kind of afraid to like talk about sad things out loud because I was
Yeah.
just I don't know, like I've talked to like multiple people that are just like multiple friends where they're just like, oh, this seems like I'll just tell them like a normal thing that's happened in my week, and they're like, it seems like something you should have a safe space and talk to a therapist about. And I'm like, it really doesn't cut me that deep. I'm just telling you something that happened in my week, and I just want you to like, can we just have like a normal friendship? You know,
Yeah.
like where you just like hear what I say to you
Yeah.
and we just like talk about it. Um, and I feel like that's what's really nice about you is you just like will listen and you'll get amped up too. You're just like, no, that shouldn't be happening.
Yeah.
Like you absolutely have a valid reason for feeling this way.
Yeah.
And I feel like talking through that stuff, it's just like sometimes you don't even need to talk through it. You just need somebody to listen.
Yeah. Because it makes you feel crazy and alone too for someone
Yeah,
to just be like, no, dude,
totally.
give that someone like they're ignoring you. They're
Totally.
blocking you off from opening up to them.
And I feel like the word, like, it's been like your vocab word for me for like a couple like months now is just like resignation. Like don't
Mm.
resign to
It's a
anything or
soft word.
anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just
It's a good
like
one.
yeah, do not resign. Be like strong and not like strong independent woman, but like just, hold your head up high and know you know exactly what you want and exactly what
Hmm.
you deserve. And I feel like I've been like carrying that with me so much these past couple of months. I've just been feeling like very empowered. You
Mm.
should be a feminist speaker.
Mm. No, I don't think I should. I don't think I should. I don't think I should. Moving on. Moving
Yeah.
on. How do you feel supported by me? And is there anything that I can do better to make you feel more understood?
um no, I feel like I feel so supported by you.
Oh,
I really do. I feel like I see you every week or I talk to you like 3 times a
yeah.
week. Like if I don't see you, we're always talking. Texting, sending stuff back and forth. Like anytime something happens in my day, I'm like, oh, it's gonna be a great story for Ronaldo, you know?
Uh-huh.
Um, and yeah, I don't think there's any way that I could even feel more supported,
Hmm.
um, or like, that you could be better in any way. You're just a perfect friend. You're always there.
Oh,
I feel like the fact that we challenge each other is great, and when we talk about things, I feel like it's just giving each other space to like think and time to
mm-hmm.
think is like the most important thing, and I feel like that kind of like that type of rhythm comes in conversations and like
Mm.
I don't know, it's just something you feel out, and I feel like we've developed like a really great communication style.
Hmm.
Yeah. What about you?
Um, supported. Yeah, I feel very seen by you. You're very like you listen to everything, and you give advice. Um, anything to be more understood. I don't. Yeah, like I don't know. Like it's not.
Yeah.
It's. I think just giving ourselves each other to just like have open ears for and just like have a space to be nice to is all you need in a friendship. Yeah, really. Like,
Totally.
and as long as it's always there and considerate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also feel like a very special thing is I feel like we are not prideful at all when it comes to
Mm,
like apologizing about things, and that's super
mm,
important to me in a friendship. Like we've both apologized for like hurting each other's feelings,
yeah.
and I feel like genuine forgiveness is very easy for me when
Really.
yeah, because it's just like I don't know. I know like what your actual intent is
Mm,
when we have conversations and stuff like that. So it's very easy to like
to trust.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And just like know like I know you wouldn't do something to hurt me. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like not even a
A
question to
slight.
me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. I do wonder what it was in our relationship that was like a turning point.
Yeah,
I
I don't know.
wonder
I
like
can't
how
remember.
you, cause like I'd say I don't know. You asked some question about something memorable,
Yeah.
and I just I like think back to all my other friends that like I've had big connections with, and it's like for me, it's always the little things that like do like the 10% that add up and create the 80. That is just like okay, it's not about you driving me to like this airport 2 hours away. It's literally just like you asking me, hey, is this something you'd want? and it's like a little thing. It's like, well, even if I like, say yes or no, it's like just the ask is like enough to be like
Yeah.
there's care and friendship behind that.
It's so interesting because I have a feeling that it was just at that time you were so open to hanging out all the time.
Hmm.
I feel like I just saw you all the time, and I was actually struggling so much with finding friends.
When? What
I had
time?
no friends
What
when I
time?
first met you in like February, March.
Okay.
And
Really?
yeah, like I had just like lost like all my friends
Damn.
from my life and everything, and I was just having such a hard time feeling like I fit in and stuff. And we would just, like sit on the couch and
Yeah.
smoke for like hours in the
Yeah.
apartment. It wasn't even our apartment. We're smoking in somebody else's
Yeah.
apartment. Um,
And just talking about
all day.
random shit. And
Yeah.
okay, I do think we didn't talk about it enough. We do have a lot of like things in common, I feel like I don't know, just like I feel like our social status like very
We're
much,
both poor.
yeah,
We
like
are both
I think
extremely
I
poor.
think it is just like very relatable. And like
Yeah.
we consumed a lot of like South Park is such a
Oh my
big
god, we watched so
part of our
much South Park.
personalities.
Yeah.
I've loved that show since like middle school.
Yeah.
Um and I think you definitely got me more into smoking. I would not be as into smoking had you
Don't
not
pin
come
that
on.
on me. Please
No, and
don't
it's
pin
not
that
a
on me.
negative thing at all. It's
Yeah.
fun. It's chill. Okay, that's the thing too. Yeah, I love music so much, and I think it's because of smoking. So yeah, music is like a huge
Interesting.
part of my life right now, and like it has been for a while too. But it's just like I think I've realized like it's just so enjoyable. Yeah, like it's phenomenal.
That's so funny.
Um, and just enjoying time like truly because like I think a lot like I cherish moments so much now
Yeah.
because of that. Because like I can have the moment, like the time to be like, this is happening right now in real time. Like I'm existing it, and this is happening, and this is like I'm with this friend and that
Yeah.
friend, and it's all through just like also like yeah, like you were a very caring.
Your
And,
mic's off.
oh no,
Here,
caring
we can share it.
person. Let's see, yeah, let's see. You're just a very caring person. Yeah, like I just never met anyone that like is ready to just like give love and just care constantly throughout people around them and just like be there to support and like be good foundationally. Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet. No, I think it really is the little things. Like I was thinking about just like at the beginning of our friendship, we used to go to like Kroger all the time and just
Mm-hmm.
walk around. Oh my, and like Nitro Pepsis. We used to drink
The vanilla
so
ones,
many
so
vanilla
good.
Nitro Pepsis. It was like our fridge would be stocked full of them. That was like sometimes that was like the biggest debate.
And we get four too. Yeah, who would
Yeah,
get the last one?
exactly.
Yeah.
Or like, who's paying for the Nitro Pepsis this time? Like, because there's four in a pack, we all are gonna have
We
one.
need to get one
We need to get
someday.
Nitro Pepsis. Yeah, that'd be amazing. But it's so great because now every single week we get to ask, "Is
Is
this
this the
the end?"
end?
I think it is.
I think it is for right now. Yeah.
All right. Well, it's so
Thank-
great to talk about friendship with
yeah.
you, and yeah, we'll talk soon.
Yeah.
Talk soon.
See you guys. Thank you.
See you.
Yeah. We're like iCarly, dude.
I like iCarly.
This thing.